There's a conspiracy of silence around sexuality and aging, particularly for women over 60. Society treats this topic as taboo, something uncomfortable or even inappropriate to discuss. But here's what nobody's telling you. Maintaining an active, intimate life after 60 isn't just about pleasure or romance. It's about health, vitality, and quality of life in ways that might genuinely surprise you. The science is clear and compelling, yet it remains one of the best-kept secrets in women's health. What if staying sexually active could boost your immune system, protect your brain, strengthen your heart, improve your sleep, and even help you live longer? The research says it can, and it's time we talked about it openly and honestly. Let's start with something that affects nearly every woman over 60: cardiovascular health. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death for women, and anything that protects the heart deserves serious attention. Sexual activity is essentially a form of cardiovascular exercise. During intimate activity, heart rate increases, blood circulation improves, and the cardiovascular system gets a healthy workout. A study conducted at Queen's University in Belfast followed over 1,000 middle-aged and older adults for decades and found that those who engaged in regular sexual activity had significantly lower rates of fatal cardiac events compared to those who were sexually inactive. The physical exertion involved in intimacy raises the heart rate to levels comparable to climbing 2 flights of stairs or taking a brisk walk, providing cardiovascular benefits without the need for gym equipment or athletic ability. But the heart benefits go beyond the immediate physical exercise. Sexual arousal and orgasm trigger the release of hormones that directly benefit cardiovascular health. Estrogen, even though it decreases after menopause, still gets a boost during sexual activity. This is significant because estrogen helps keep blood vessel walls flexible and promotes healthy blood flow. DHEA, sometimes called the longevity hormone, also increases during intimate activity. This hormone has been linked to improved cardiovascular function, stronger immunity, and better overall health markers. Regular intimate activity literally helps your body produce its own natural medicine for cardiovascular protection. Now let's talk about something that concerns millions of women: cognitive health and memory. The fear of cognitive decline, of losing mental sharpness or developing dementia, weighs heavily on many people as they age. Here's the remarkable news. Sexual activity appears to offer genuine protection for your brain. Researchers at Coventry and Oxford universities studied adults aged 50 to 83 and found that those who remained sexually active scored significantly higher on cognitive tests, particularly in areas of verbal fluency and visual spatial awareness. The effect was substantial enough that it couldn't be dismissed as coincidence or explained away by other factors. Why does this happen? Sexual activity increases blood flow throughout the entire body, including the brain. This enhanced circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients to brain cells, supporting their function and health. Additionally, the hormones released during intimate activity, particularly oxytocin and dopamine, have neuroprotective properties. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, doesn't just make you feel emotionally connected. It stimulates the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing neural connections. Studies on animals have shown that regular sexual activity actually increases the production of new brain cells in the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory and learning. While we can't perform the same studies on humans for obvious ethical reasons, the indirect evidence strongly suggests similar benefits occur in people. The mental health benefits extend far beyond cognitive function. Depression and anxiety affect women over 60 at alarming rates, often triggered by life transitions like retirement, becoming widowed, or dealing with health challenges. Sexual activity provides powerful natural relief for these conditions. During intimate activity, and especially during orgasm, the brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals including dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. These aren't just temporary mood boosters. Regular sexual activity can actually help regulate the brain's neurochemistry in ways that provide ongoing protection against depression and anxiety. A fascinating study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that women who engaged in regular sexual activity reported lower levels of depression and better overall psychological well-being compared to sexually inactive peers, even when controlling for relationship satisfaction. This suggests that the benefits come not just from having a loving partner, but from the physical act itself and the biochemical changes it produces. The endorphins released during intimate activity are natural painkillers and mood elevators, similar to the runner's high that athletes experience but accessible to anyone regardless of physical fitness level. Sleep quality is another area where sexual activity provides substantial benefits, and this matters tremendously because good sleep becomes increasingly elusive with age. Many women over 60 struggle with insomnia or poor sleep quality, which then cascades into other health problems including weakened immunity, increased inflammation, and higher stress levels. Sexual activity, particularly when it culminates in orgasm, promotes deep, restorative sleep. The hormone prolactin surges after orgasm, and prolactin is directly responsible for feelings of relaxation and sleepiness. Additionally, the drop in cortisol, the stress hormone that occurs after intimate activity, creates ideal conditions for falling asleep quickly and sleeping soundly through the night. One woman in her late 60s shared in a health forum that she'd struggled with insomnia for years, trying everything from prescription medications to meditation apps. What finally worked wasn't pills or programs, but rekindling intimacy with her husband. She reported falling asleep more easily and waking up feeling more refreshed than she had in a decade. Her experience isn't unique. Research consistently shows that sexually active older adults report better sleep quality and fewer sleep disturbances than their inactive peers. The immune system benefits deserve special attention, especially given that immune function naturally declines with age, leaving older adults more vulnerable to infections and diseases. A groundbreaking study at Wilkes University found that people who engaged in sexual activity once or twice per week had 30% higher levels of immunoglobulin A, an antibody that plays a crucial role in immune function and helps fight off colds, flu, and other infections. This is a remarkable finding. Regular intimate activity essentially supercharges your immune system naturally without supplements or medications. Physical health benefits extend to specific concerns many women face after menopause. Vaginal atrophy, the thinning and drying of vaginal tissues, affects up to 50% of postmenopausal women and can cause discomfort, pain, and increased susceptibility to infections. Regular sexual activity helps maintain vaginal health by increasing blood flow to the area, promoting natural lubrication, and keeping tissues elastic and resilient. It's a classic case of use it or lose it. Women who remain sexually active report fewer symptoms of vaginal atrophy and better overall vaginal health than those who are inactive. Pelvic floor strength is another critical but often overlooked area. Strong pelvic floor muscles help prevent urinary incontinence, support internal organs, and contribute to sexual sensation and satisfaction. Sexual activity, particularly orgasms, causes these muscles to contract repeatedly, providing a natural workout that maintains their strength and function. This is as effective as formal pelvic floor exercises, but considerably more enjoyable. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Many women over 60 face practical barriers to maintaining an active, intimate life. Perhaps you're single, widowed, or divorced. Perhaps you have a partner with health issues or low libido. Perhaps you're dealing with your own health challenges, medications that affect desire, or the physical changes that come with aging. These are real obstacles, but they're not insurmountable. And importantly, many of the health benefits we've discussed don't require a partner. Self-pleasure provides many of the same physiological benefits as partnered activity, the same cardiovascular workout, the same hormone release, the same immune system boost, the same sleep improvement. Studies show that women who maintain sexual activity through self-pleasure enjoy better overall health outcomes than those who become completely sexually inactive. This isn't commonly discussed, but it should be, because it means that every woman can access these health benefits regardless of relationship status. For women with partners, communication becomes crucial. Many couples stop being intimate not because of lack of interest, but because of unspoken assumptions, fears, or embarrassment about discussing sexual needs and concerns. Health changes like erectile dysfunction, decreased libido, or physical limitations don't have to end intimacy. They just require adaptation, creativity, and honest conversation. Many couples in their 60s, 70s, and beyond report that their intimate lives became more satisfying after they started communicating openly about what works for their aging bodies and exploring new approaches to pleasure that don't rely on old patterns. Medical concerns should be addressed directly with healthcare providers. Many medications can be adjusted if they're affecting sexual function. Vaginal dryness responds well to lubricants and moisturizers, and in some cases, localized hormone therapy can be transformative without the risks associated with systemic hormone replacement. Physical pain or discomfort during intimacy isn't something to accept or endure. It's a medical issue with solutions, and finding a healthcare provider who takes these concerns seriously makes all the difference. The psychological and emotional benefits of maintaining an intimate life after 60 might be the most profound of all. In a society that often treats older women as invisible or asexual, claiming your right to pleasure and intimacy is an act of self-affirmation and empowerment. It's a declaration that you're still fully alive, still vital, still deserving of joy and physical pleasure. This mindset shift affects how you move through the world, how you care for yourself, and how you engage with life. Consider the story of a 72-year-old widow who joined a seniors social group 3 years after her husband's death. She eventually began dating and discovered that intimacy at her age was different from her youth, but in many ways richer and more meaningful. She reported feeling more confident, more energetic, and more engaged with life than she had in years. Her doctor noted improvements in her blood pressure, her sleep quality, and her mood. Her friends remarked that she seemed younger and more vibrant. All of this stemmed from reclaiming this aspect of her life that she'd assumed was behind her. The science supporting these benefits isn't fringe or speculative. Major research institutions including Harvard Medical School, the Mayo Clinic, and the National Institute on Aging have published studies confirming the health benefits of sexual activity for older adults. The evidence base is solid, diverse, and growing. Yet this information rarely reaches the women who could benefit from it most because of lingering cultural discomfort with the idea that older women are sexual beings. Breaking that silence starts with conversations like this one. It continues when women talk honestly with their friends, their partners, and their healthcare providers about this aspect of health and well-being. Sexual health is inseparable from overall health, and prioritizing it after 60 isn't frivolous or inappropriate. It's an evidence-based health strategy with benefits that touch every system in your body and every aspect of your well-being.